Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure. And I just got a brief one for you today. I'm going to show you a short clip of this woman just getting completely owned by simple logic. And this is really, this guy stated this excellently in under a minute, why feminism is a horrific idea, why it should never have been taken up, and how this mantra of strong and independent really backfired on women. So I'm going to let you hear it, and then we're going to talk about it. So here we go.
First of all, I'm not a misogynist, because a misogynist is someone that puts down women. I exalt women to their rightful role. Women are supposed to be women, not men. And every time somebody says that a woman is equal to a man and does what a man could do, and you're actually abusing and denigrating women. Women have a unique purpose, and they're special. They're fearfully and wonderfully made by God. I support women. So I'm not a misogynist. I don't put down. You're putting down women by saying women can be men. You're putting down women by saying transgenders can be women. No, they can never be women. Women are special, and no man can just convert and say I'm a woman today. You're putting down women by saying that. Preach, brother, preach. So you're actually anti-women. I'm pro-woman. I'm pro-mothers, I'm pro-wives, and I'm pro-women.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The simple logic that he's presenting is inarguable. It's an unassailable position. She wanted to interject so badly at these trigger points. And I got to believe that he was purposely hitting those trigger points just to get her in a position where she wanted to refute what he was saying, but couldn't refute it. Because when he said, I elevate women to their role, it's an instant trigger. What is a woman's role? What is a woman's role? You mean the lowly role of supporter? You mean the lowly role of wife and mother? You mean that role, the role of somehow being under the thumb or under the boot heel of some man somewhere telling us what to do, or telling us what we can do or what we shouldn't do, or this or that? You mean that role, a role where we can't say anything, and we don't have any rights, and we don't have any thought? This is the trigger. This is where she went in her head when he said role. She went into all of these fantastical scenarios she did not live, scenarios her mother didn't live, scenarios that her grandmother didn't live. Okay? Nobody's under anybody's boot heel. It's the false narrative that has kept this thing going way longer than it should have ever gone, because it's illogical. Feminism is illogical. Saying that women are men and men are women, and basically attempting to erase the differences between the two, is not only illogical, it has proved dangerous in various forms, in various sectors of society, especially as it comes to reproduction, family life, mating, etc. It has completely and utterly destroyed family formation, because the women think that the role that women have that is dictated biologically is somehow beneath them, and something that they should avoid like the plague. And that the things that men do in life are the only valuable things to do. Getting out there, working, making money, being out in the world, trying to get out here in this external world, in the rat race, in the thick of things, and all of that sort of thing. Basically being a man. That men's actions are the only actions that are worthy, while at the same time trying to convince men that they're not valuable, that what they do as men has no weight and holds no value. You see the paradox that gets created. This is where the cognitive dissonance comes from. The entire ideology is an oxymoron. The entire feminist ideology is a source for cognitive dissonance in and of itself, because it makes no sense, because it is contradictory, because you can't make any real heads or tails out of it because of the sheer lack of logic. This is how you know it's demonic, because Satan is the author of confusion and lies. And this is nothing but confusion. The women are confused. They've tried their hardest to confuse men. But on the whole, men aren't confused, because men have to face the reality of the world. This is why the majority of men have never been confused about who they were. This is why they're not redefining men in the dictionary, but they are redefining women. Women are confused. Men are not. On the whole, the expectation of men has never changed, ever. No, across civilizations, across time periods, across cultures, the expectation of men to be producers, to be providers, to be builders, to be resource gatherers. That expectation hasn't gone anywhere. It's the same everywhere, with only minor tweaks here and there. But on the whole, men are considered to be the ones that are primarily responsible in any social structure to be the basically the breadwinner. He's got to go out. He's got to do stuff. He's got to do things to make himself valuable to the group. And men know that. Men have to do things. Their value is in how much and how frequently and the level of their production. That is how men determine their own value and the value among each other. What can they produce? How much can they produce? What's the quality of what got produced? Men have to do things. So because that has been the reality of men worldwide, men have not been confused about what their value is and what they need to do in order to be regarded as being valuable or having value. Men always know that. Women, it's women that got confused. It's women that minds got put in a blender and they haven't recovered it yet. No matter how many examples, no matter how much simple logic you apply to it, these females have refused to accept the logic. Because accepting the logic means accepting that they were wrong. Their entire outlook and worldview is wrong. That's devastating. That's a whole paradigm shift, and they're scared of it. They're terrified of the paradigm shift that has to take place in order for them to reject feminism and understand the inherent flaw in the ideology itself and why it should be rejected. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.